What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another daily scuttlebutt with Ivy's family fact totem. I am Anson out here. Oh, Dad and I clearing land. You say, say hi, Dad.
How you doing? Working.
Working. So, yep, just taking a quick break. So, actually, on my second cup of coffee, but it was my day to sleep in a little bit, so that felt good. Glad I got up to get the kiddo to the bus stop, and it's Friday fun day. So we're out here playing with fire. It's nice and hot. Gladys hasn't cut my hair yet. Hopefully today or tomorrow. It's warming up. We are no longer in winter. I think spring is about sprung. A lot of stuff is growing. You can already see a lot of the trees are starting to bud. All the bugs are coming out. Arkansas state bird is, I think, the fly, and we've already been having to put out a lot of the fly strips, because the inside of the RV is getting a lot of flies. Obviously, we need to do some spring cleaning, start getting out, any of the places that has been growing mold, because anybody that lives in an RV full time, you know the condensation problem. And obviously you got to move furniture away from the walls, and you just got to go through, and it's kind of hard keeping up with that, on a daily. So you go about a month, and then you go clean it up, and then is it good to breathe that stuff in? Probably not. But that's why we're out here doing this. This is going to be, the next build coming up. Obviously this is to get us out of the RV, but bigger yet is giving that opportunity for my mom and my grandma the opportunity to move here. So that's basically what needs to happen, is they need a place to stay, because they can't build their cabin until they sell the house. Well, they can't sell the house until they can move. Well, they can't move until they have a place to stay. So it kind of goes round and round. And obviously the help of y'all, be able to share out the videos, help us grow both here and on the main channel, is greatly appreciated. And obviously we never ask for anybody to send us money or anything like that, but obviously if you're feeling generous and you want to help, with the project of materials and such like that, it's always greatly appreciated, just never required, right? Yeah, not a whole lot going on other than this. I got a chance to fix our air conditioning, some of the leaks and stuff going on with that. Got a good cleaning done to that. Obviously, I could get up onto the roof and check that out, and just make sure that the condenser and the coil and all that stuff is cleaned and such, which I might do that later. I don't know, but all the repairs that needed to be inside, with retaping some of the seams and just getting a good cleaning and stuff like that from the inside, that's been done. So that should be okay. A new filter has been installed. And then here lately, we still don't have a filter system for the well house, because we've just been using those RV filters of like what you connect to your garden hose at like a camp station. Well, a lot of the water that you're getting when you're going to different parks, park and rec type stuff situations, those are all city water. Most of them are all city water. So that water's already been filtered. It's already been treated. It's already been, so that filter that you're putting on there is, and apologize for any of the wind that's going to come through. We are outside, and like I said, I use my phone for this, that I can't use the microphones. But that water is already filtered, so it's basically filtering filtered water, just to help with taste, or get some of the chlorine and stuff out of it, or bromide, or just whatever, any of those things, right, that might be in the water. Well, when you're using that in a well, even though we have a washdown filter, which is the 50 micron, which that thing has been getting clogged about every 2-3 days right now, anytime that we have, heavy rains, once that rain starts going in and washing out some of the silt and the mud and clay and just all that stuff that's inside the well, it starts clogging up that filter. And I probably need to actually empty the pressure tank as well and just get it a good rinse. That way a lot of that sediment's not just sitting in the bottom of that tank too. So that's one of the things that, I'll be working on all the spring cleaning per se, right? At some point, we would like to get a truck out here just to be able to, reestablish the well, get a good cleaning and stuff going, and go from there. Obviously, going through the winter, I do know some of the issues that we had with the well house, so I'll be addressing those over the spring and summer as well. Getting some good power and stuff in there. Getting a little bit better insulation for the piping, getting the piping actually ran better than what it is, and stuff in there, actually getting some type of filtration system. And yeah, and I did find a little bit better wash down, like the pre wash down filter that goes before your filter system. And it's actually automatic. So once I get a good, power, because right now I just have the power going straight to the breaker for our pump, right? So it goes from the breaker to the switch, from the switch to the pump. So there is no cutoffs, there is no nothing. So anytime I need to work on stuff, I'm going straight to the service pole, which I don't want to do that. Plus, I would like the wiring and stuff in there to be a little more, finished look, even though that building is still temporary, right? Because once we get our garage built, all of the well stuff for the pumps, or not the pump, because the pump's actually down in the well, but for the pressure tank, for the filters, all that stuff like that is going to be inside the garage. So, but that's a long time coming, because obviously we're doing this building first. Then we're going to be doing, which I can always add, a different filter to the actual house, which I'll probably end up doing that later, is going from the wellhead. It'll go from the wellhead to the pressure tank that will be inside the garage. And then from that going to the 50 micron filter. And then from there, just going to the buildings. Okay. And then once it gets to the buildings, then it'll run through filters and things like that. So I think that will help with the water pressure and such. Obviously, if I need to add in a different pumping system, just a different pump to help with water pressure, I can do that too. Which right now the pressure switch that we have for that tank is like the smallest pressure switch that you can buy. So I've already ordered a new pressure switch, because our tank is actually rated for it could go up to like 115 or 120 psi. That pressure tank. So, and it's a big, right? It's one of the biggest, almost the biggest tank that you can get, residential tank that you can get. And was it kind of an overkill? Probably. Did we need something that big? Probably not. But I want it to be able to hold a lot of water, because your tank itself, in the event that your pump goes out, right, that tank is what's holding the water. So we wanted to be able to have enough to where if we still need to flush toilets, or we still need to do stuff, to, or even collect some of that water for cooking, down the line, that we would have a bigger tank. I've even thought about, even in the future, of putting one of the big, like 1,500 gallon type tanks, up on the ridge a little bit, to where it's a gravity fed system, and just, pumping water to it, either from the well, or even, utilizing rain catchments, stuff like that, to getting that water up to that holding tank, and then from that holding tank coming down to the houses and stuff. But we will see. So but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work, finish up my coffee. Gladys is still doing, lessons with the little one. So obviously Monday through Friday, she's doing the domestics and being a teacher for stay at home, you know, mom and all those things. But it's a little different. So a lot of kids, whenever they homeschool, right, they're able to do a lot of those lessons on their own. Well, our child is autistic and she still doesn't know how to read and write yet. So with that, Gladys has to teach her. She's, even though it should be around a fourth grade level, she's not quite there yet. So once it gets to the point, I'll say as she gets older, up into possibly the high school level, hopefully by then, she will be able to teach herself. But we don't know yet. So as of right now, that's what she does. The majority of her morning and her day is playing teacher. And then on the weekends, right? Obviously, they don't do lessons on the weekends, so that's when Gladys comes and helps with projects or different things like that. So, which you already knew, right? Is we try to get this knocked out in the morning. It didn't happen majority of this week, so I do know that you guys enjoy seeing Gladys and be able to talk to her and hear her and all those things that she likes to say. Her smile, right? Her smile is the greatest in the world, in the universe, and it's all mine. You can't have it. No. We will be doing a lot more of this because, like I said, I still want to continue to do these on the weekends. I have not been doing it over the past few weekends since this year started, but I am going to. I said I was going to, and I'm going to. All right. Well, like I said, I need to get back to work. I definitely appreciate y'all for joining in on the journey, helping us grow, sharing us out. It's greatly appreciated. Last but not least, always thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Later, y'all.